Celtics, kudos. The white man at 92.9 must be listening. Nah. I have always talked about Kevin McHale being an absolute beast. He used to be a thorn in the Lakers' side. I have always talked about, had admiration for that man's low post game. So are you talking about the holy grail of cats on the blocks? It's McHale, it's Olajuwon, and it's Moses Malone. You give me three guys, or you give me a name over your last, and most of y'all, you listen to the Doug Stewart Show, over the last 40 years or so, most of y'all are in my same demo as far as age. Give me a name that's better than those three guys, than either one of those three guys on the blocks, especially for my basketball people out there. Yeah. From Sidney Jackson, Doug, what are your thoughts on Adam Silver wanting to raise the age of 20 of players coming into the NBA? I just talked about it. It's bullshit. It's BS. The NBA has used the college ranks, and football has used the college ranks as a farm system on the sweat on these guys' backs, which is ridiculous. And the problem is it would be one thing if we didn't have example after example after example where it's worked, and they always talk about some of the examples that it hadn't worked. That's just life. Somebody comes straight out of high school and gets a job in, their first job, and they're not successful. Some people come straight out of high school, get a job in the working world, they are successful. So why is this any different? If these teams don't want to draft these guys coming out of high school, just don't do it. But you know why they are? Because they would be assets to their teams. They're not holding a gun to anybody. This is one of my signature rants. I talked about this last week. If you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show on Thursday and Friday, we got into this conversation about guys coming straight out of college into the pros. If these owners and these teams didn't think these kids would benefit them as an organization and help them win basketball games, then don't draft them. But they do, or they did when you were able to do that. And example after example, Kevin Durant, or not Kevin Durant, he played at Texas, bad example. Kevin Garnett, that's who I meant to say. Kevin Garnett, Tracy McGrady, Kobe Bean Bryant, name after name after name, successful. All it is basically a favor for college to keep their game more viable. And I think that if you did let guys go straight from high school to the NBA, I don't think college would suffer. It wouldn't have as great of players, but they would all be similar to players that would still be in college that plays 1, 2, 3, or 4 years or whatever. They would be comparable. So you would have competitive games. I just hate that. I hate that they make these special exceptions for these guys that are able to make millions and millions of dollars. Why is that so different? It's BS. It's BS. From Rough Buff, bet you Dwight Howard know the latest Soulja Boy dance. Right. Yeah. From Mr. Harper, it's a damn shame even my Laker family overlooks the great Skyhook. Well, when you talk about low post moves, I guess maybe you're saying I didn't mention Kareem in that conversation. Kareem really, when I think of low post moves, I'm talking about footwork. I'm talking about over and unders, what McHale and what Olajuwon did. Kareem obviously was a fantastic post player, but all he did is skyhook your ass to death. From a technical standpoint, with those three guys that I just mentioned, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, with those three guys I just mentioned from a technical standpoint, from a footwork standpoint, they were masters. Kareem, obviously, one of the greatest post players ever, but he was so much taller and bigger than everybody, and he had this shot that no one could block. He just skyhooked your ass to death. Period. Yeah. Let's see. From Jam 2, my biggest memory of the Celtics is when Dr. J put a whooping on Larry Bird's ass, undercutting on the dunk. Bird was a dirty player. He tried to undercut Neek, but the dunk was so powerful it nearly knocked him out. From Andre Elam, he says, Moses Malone had a great low post game. Oh, phenomenal. Phenomenal low post game. God rest the dead. From Angry black man. This ninja scored 38,000 points, and it wasn't all on Skyhook. Give back your Laker card. You from South Carolina for a reason. Rough Buff says, Doug, the Skyhook is the greatest low post move ever. What the WTF you talking about? Okay, I just described what I was thinking or what I was talking about as far as low post moves. Kareem is in a category by itself. I guess that's the best way to put it. From RC, Kareem was the greatest center of all time, and he had more than just a Skyhook. From Mo Cheeks, Howard better than McHale on what planet? Somebody in the chat room said that Dwight Howard is better than Kevin McHale. I almost thought about ending the show early. From Grego, he's a mass hole, but I don't get racist from him either. Who's he talking about? Maybe he's talking about the Bob Ryan guy. From Chucktown Frank, whoa, you from South Carolina for a reason. What the hell does that mean? I've come to just ignore the angry black man, Chucktown Frank. Just ignore him, too. From Andre Elam, T-Dub, that's what's up. I see what he did well in the state meet and all his events. Shouts out to my man T-Dub, a little T-Dub, balled out of control this weekend in track and field as well. From the big African Doug is from Monk's South Carolina. I do not expect basketball wisdom to come from his mouth. Well, where are you from, Nigeria? I don't expect basketball wisdom to come from your mouth. Y'all play a soccer anyway. From, let's see, Sidney Jackson, Skyhook is what the people call a signature move. That wasn't his only move. Never said it was his only move. From Sluggo X Squad, T-Dub, he could be preferred walker on the football team and ball out just like Norman at Coastal Carolina. So little T-Dub trying to find a spot to play college football, man. I thought sure that he'd have someplace by now. Still praying for him, brother. Still praying for him. For coming from that part of Virginia, the Tidewater area, if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, that Tidewater, Virginia, eastern part of Virginia, man, great athletes come out of there. And little T-Dub, one of the Stewie's sons, balled out of control last year or this past year in high school football. So I'm praying for him to get a shot somewhere at the next level. From RC, Big L, I'll never argue against Kareem. He won on every level. From KC, disrespect to the African brother, laugh out loud. Man, damn him. Damn an African, big African. Fail pay. Wow, Doug calling ninjas African booty scratchers, laugh out loud. No, I didn't. You did. Just like Minister Society. You African booty scratcher. From Andre Elam, T-Dub, son placed in the top 8 in all of his events and second in the 4x4 relay. That's what's up. Ball award to him on a Monday. Miss Mocha Bella, she says, Big African, you new in this chat. Wipe your feet when you come in this chat talk about our host. I agree 100%. I don't give a shit you from Africa. I don't give a goddamn. Big African. I don't give a shit you from Africa and you a big African. I don't give a damn. Everybody got to respect my chat room. I don't give a goddamn. Right. Yeah, I don't give a goddamn. Where you from? You could be Africa, wherever. You come in this chat room, you're going to respect the chat room and your host. From Mr. Harper, VP of Ninjaville, Doug still mad that Kareem didn't talk to him after that book signing back in the day at the radio station. Maybe. Cool sell in the chat on Spreaker.com. Rumor mill breaking news. Now LeBron wants Paul George. Oh, boy. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So somebody posted, I either saw last night or the day before, a picture of LeBron in a Golden State Warriors uniform, and the meme said something to the effect of, if y'all don't get no more players around me, I'm going to move to this team. Right. Can you imagine that? LeBron opting out of his contract and going to play for the Golden State Warriors? Oh, wouldn't be too much of a surprise in 2017. Right. From KC, everybody got to respect my chat room. I don't give a goddamn. I laugh out loud. Yeah, I don't give a goddamn if you're from the motherland. This is my show. This is my chat room. You will respect it. Yes, sir. You will respect my chat room. It's time to get out of here. Anyway, you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Let's get out of here. I'm tired as hell. My body still ain't got back to normal from doing 2 late nights of radio as opposed in the morning. I'm almost good to go, but still feel a little strange inside.
When Tupac was around, he wanted to raise a nation of thugs. But I think it's only right for me to raise a nation of bruhs. Frank Coleman, Ernest Jess.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Hey. Thank you so much for joining your boy on the Doug Stewart Show, man. I really, really do appreciate it. Shouts out to my man, Waterhead Walter, even though he's not here today. Poe Politicking, Dwayne Vasson, Gerald Oliveri, my engineers, Brandon Butler, the consultant, John Gorenfeld, the web guy. Thank you to all of those guys. I really do appreciate it. Special shouts out to all of the Stewies. Without you, there is no me. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, to my man, Pink Gator. This is my favorite part right here.
My hand, purple dreams. Schizo, they're my line name.
Yeah. Shouts out to my man, Pink Gator, for that track right there. All right. We will do it again tomorrow. Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Trying to see. I thought we had some changes in the schedule today. Let me see if I can find it real quick here. Yeah. Let me see. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Should have done this earlier. Yeah, I'm not sure. We may have some shows coming up on the network today. I'm pretty sure we do have John Fisher Cooking with the Microwave today coming up right here on WSME. We may have an episode of the Jeff Fox Show. So just stay tuned. Follow the network so you'll be in the know. We'll do it again tomorrow. Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace.
I think it's only right for me to raise a nation of bruhs. Frank Coleman, Ernest Jess, Oscar Cooper, Edgar Love, 4 founders, sons of blood and thunder. I'm wrecking for the Q, I know it make you wanna. Frank Coleman, Ernest Jess, Oscar Cooper, Edgar Love, 4 founders, sons of blood and thunder. I'm wrecking for the Q, I know it make you wanna. I'm always in the queue, but you ain't know. I'm resolute to the boot, you don't give me though. In that pack over there, that my dog team. Before I came out the womb, I had purple dreams. Schizo, that my line name. And A the Mule, that my chain gang. From my yard to any yard, I put that on my life. The Q's going hard. A whole nation full of bruh. Do your duty, lift it up. This ain't about yourself, no. Ain't about your kids. Jail as a unit, and we gon' run the ship. The greatest rap on the planet Earth. But make no mistake, God, I put you first. See, I know my place, and I stand my ground. Q's in the sky, we gon' hold it down. Frank Coleman, Ernest Jess, Oscar Cooper, Edgar Love, 4 founders, sons of blood and thunder. I'm wrecking for the Q, I know.